Hello there everyone, my name is Chronically Blue and welcome back to Bastion Episode 3. It is really hard to talk for some reason. Last episode we left Bastion sleeping. Let's go ahead and fix that.
Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the Bull, Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one.
Okay, well that's fun to know. So, welcome back.
Well, the gods are long gone now, and the orchard core is long gone.
I'm gonna start talking over you. So it has been, for you all, it's only been a day. For me, it's been an experience.
Stood for something.
What happened was I went and recorded the first steps of the Bastion as well as my channel intro. Then I left to go do something. I came back. My microphone stopped working. I don't know why. My computer said, "Oh, this device is malfunctioning. Please try again." And so I kept trying and trying and trying. I then looked at the back of the microphone, which was a blue snowball at the time. And like the pins that connected through the macro USB were off. They were like slanted. So I took a paper clip and tweezed in order to try to like fix it. So I plugged it in again and it still didn't like it, which was annoying because I had a D&D session coming up in negative 5 minutes. So I was just frantically trying to figure out how I'd be able to use a microphone. Luckily my laptop came built in with the microphone, so I ended up using that and it worked. And then right before the D&D session started, I went and unplugged the microphone, but the cord was hot. And when I say hot, I don't mean like, oh, you know, it was like if you left a cup of water at room temperature. No, this was very hot. It felt unsafe hot, to be specific. And so I'm like, okay, glad I noticed that. That could have been a forest fire or electric fire. What we have here is we have the idols. This allows you to make the game more difficult if you want. If you activate them, it will show you how much experience as well as soul bonus you'll get. If you really want to, you could definitely go and get all the idols and make the game very difficult. It is completely up to you. However, I'm just showing it off for this level, and then after this level, it will turn off by itself. So, you're going to see how much of a little difficult time I'm going to have. It won't be that horrible, but it is definitely a little bit unique. However, I'm very happy. I got my little device, which if any of you have seen my Conquer Let's Play, you get a good idea as to what it'll do. It'll be able to take all the older games that are not 16:9, they're 4:3, and make them 4:3. Because the regular thing I had, it forced all the games to 16:9, which looks horrible. And if all the games are 16:9, then what's the point of me even having a background? So, I'm very happy I got it today. However, I do not have everything I need. I just need some composite cords, and those will be here as of Saturday. So I'm not going to do any retro Let's Plays immediately. However, I am going to get the stuff that I need in order to be able to get that started. So all the retro Let's Plays are going to look so great. If you have any idea what I'm talking about, I do want to elaborate a little bit. A good example. Let's say you're playing the Wii, and you want to play it on a modern TV. So you get a regular composite to HDMI.
Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
Okay. So you get a regular composite to HDMI converter from Amazon.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy.
So you plug it in, make sure everything works. But when you play
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
So you plug everything in, but when you turn it on and you go play like a GameCube game, it looks like a GameCube and a Wii game. It looks horrible. It is very hard to read the text. It looks a whole lot worse than you remember it. That's because it's taking the 4:3 screen and stretching it to 16:9. So it looks a lot worse. With this device that I just got, it will put it back into its regular aspect ratio. Very few converters do that now. They always just upscale it to 16:9. So it's like, oh, you want to play this on a regular TV, right? That's why it's HDMI. I'm like, no. I'm getting it so it's HDMI so I can record with my capture software so I can actually beat more games. and I want it to look good too.
One way in the cinder brick fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
Okay then. One thing I've also gone ahead and done is I've made my official Christmas Halloween DVD shelf. I am very fond of physical media. However, digital media is also really awesome and convenient.
Calamity was mercy.
However, you can't get everything physical.
The windbags
Like,
ain't so lucky.
you're not going to find every single thing available digitally. Some of it's only going to be available physically. However, there's also DVDs and Blu-rays where it's a lot cheaper to get it physically than it is digitally. And for Blu-rays, most of the time, the physical media comes with a digital copy for free. So you're like, $20 for this movie, digital only, or $15 to get it physically as well as the digital copy. You already know which one I'm going to go to. So that's just one of the things that kind of led me to start collecting as many DVDs as possible. As well as I just like collecting. I like having collections.
Something the windbags just can't
Like I have the complete series of Friends, the complete series of Death Note, Angry Beavers, Teen Titans, the regular one. I have Ed, Edd and Eddy season 1 and 2 because that's the only ones that they released. I think there was a third season. However, that's when they were like all in high school for whatever reason. I don't know. I have the entire series of Inuyasha, including the movies. I've only watched the first season. Inuyasha is very much similar to Ocarina of Time for me, where I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going to officially do it. I'm going to watch the whole thing. So I sit down, put in like 2 or 3 hours into it, and then I'm like, well, time for something else. I love Inuyasha. It was my anime awakening. So I'd really love to be able to like sit down and watch it, but there's so much stuff that I could be doing. So much dumb stuff like watching TikToks, so much community stuff like watching other Let's Players, so much streaming stuff, watching the streaming services that I pay for. Video stuff, I could be making lots of videos, and that's actually why I was very happy to be able to have not only Saturday, but also Sunday to myself. My boyfriend is off working at Target, so I am very happy to be able to do this, to be able to sit down and record a bunch of gameplay and record the audio so that I can put it all together and schedule my stuff up so I'm good for a week. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make 1 video a day, and then on the weekends just like try to get 5 videos out. So I really want to be like a whole month ahead. That's not gonna happen, just because that'd be way too convenient. But it'd be very nice too. That happened with, oh, I forgot what it was. I want to say it was like Sonic, probably.
As for the windbags,
I got very much ahead. I got like 1 or 2 weeks like pre-scheduled, and then everything went wrong. Nothing worked. I didn't have time. I was so much mandatory overtime. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm 2 weeks ahead. I blink, no new videos were recorded, all the videos were posted, and an additional full week goes by without a video for me. I'm just like, huh. Funny how that works when I didn't want it to. So, it's fantastic how everything could happen. And
so many of those sorry things.
I know I'm not really focusing on the gameplay. I do apologize for that. I really should have. So, note to myself, I'm just going to, I'm currently viewing this in my video editor so that way I don't have to spend like the 20 minutes of it exporting, then recording the audio, and then exporting again. So what we do have here is we do have the spread shot. That's not the official name of it. That's just what I like to think of it as. I guess it's kind of like a shotgun almost. It's a spread shotgun where we shoot and it spreads a bunch of bullets. And if we are up close, it does a lot of damage. If we are far away, it does not do a lot of damage. So it's definitely unique. It definitely has its place. However, after this level, you're going to see that we're going to go and do quite a few minigames, actually. Well, I say minigames, but proving grounds. The proving grounds will allow us to show just how good I am at this game. Spoiler alert, I'm not. I'm good enough in order to beat the game, and I'm good enough to actually complete some of the proving grounds to an extent. However, I can't really do everything, so. We still have our Breaker's Bow, which is definitely coming in handy here for charging up the attacks for the enemies that take a lot of damage. And I don't know if you ever noticed this, however, if you haven't, I'm going to say it anyway. For the enemies that have a lot of health, which is just about all of them now, if you look at where their base is, you will see, specifically like the part of them that is touching the floor, you will see like a circle around them. And every time you hit them, that will like deplete slowly. That is their life bar, which is, you know, it's definitely something. It's better than not seeing a life bar at R. A life bar at R. Oh no, a life bar at all. Alright, we're going to see some bosses very soon where we don't have a dedicated health bar. Some of them, the health bar is completely hidden. Some of them, the health bar just looks the exact same. However, I can tell you that the worst health bar that I've ever seen was Gauntlet Dark Legacy. If you know Gauntlet from the arcade games, if you don't, basically it was the game that was ported over to the Xbox and PS2. It was very souped up, had a bunch of the old levels, had some new levels as well, lots of collectibles, and there was 5 levels, and then after you beat the 5 levels in a world, you got to face the boss.
Kid takes down Plutus. Maybe it was bland.
All the enemies in Gauntlet Dark Legacy, from at least the first 2 worlds, only take 1 hit to kill. The boss did not. The boss's health bar was the entire length of the screen.
The other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are.
I'm not even exaggerating when I say the health was 1,000 hit points, and your regular attack did 1 hit point. So you're just sitting there, keeping attacking, using a potion, using some magic, healing with food, attacking. It would take roughly 10 minutes. And it was the most mundane, frustrating, and stressful thing ever. Because you could very easily die. You don't have a lot of health. You mostly start with 500 health points, and their attacks, of course, do 100. Because why wouldn't it?
Telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe.
Okay, let's see what Zulf has to say.
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Okay, that's good to know.
Zulf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals. Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
So, you're going to notice that smoking pipe, we're not going to go there yet. It does not actually show the kid taking a drag off the smoking pipe. What it is it is actually a battle arena, which gives us a lot of story.
Brewed from swamp weeds, so its effect is as bold as its flavor.
It's known as the challenge. Also, we can rotate this bowl. It doesn't do anything, but, you know, it's something. So I believe that we are ill-equipped for
the marshals.
The challenge yet.
The city's peace. They can rest
we might do a next episode. And I completely forgot that I got a core. So let's go ahead and put that bad boy in there. Or bad girl, or bad they, or bad them, or bad it.
Zulf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this.
And so we're just going to build the thing that I really care about, the Lost and Found. It's great. It's a shop. It's the best thing you can find. They have something items, so we can try to upgrade our weapons. We have secret skills. We have the ales and potions and distilleries, as well as soon, once we unlock the idol temple, it will also have idols for us to buy and then activate as well. And the idols are very unique. All of them do something different. One of them is enemies cannot be harmed from physical attacks. Enemies get revenge on their defeated brethren. Enemies have higher health. Enemies regenerate health. Just a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, you made this for someone. It just wasn't me.
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel.
Yeah, so you're really not going to see me use the idols. There are some achievements and missions where you beat challenges with 5 idols or all 10 idols.
Like a prize fighter.
That's not going to happen here. I'm going to show off as many proving grounds as I can. I cannot promise I'm going to come first place in all of them, but I'm definitely going to show them all off. Because this is not a 100% Let's Play Bastion. This is just a playthrough of Bastion, where I will show you the best tactics here.
The marshals learn to pack those shells full of fire.
As well as if you've never seen Bastion before and this is your first time, cool. I don't know why you're starting at the 3rd episode, but this is your first time watching Bastion, then yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've watched people play through games that I've never even played.
A bow ain't much good in a crowd, but a musket sure is.
One thing I definitely know people still do is that they will watch people play games that like just came out because, you know, they can't afford it. No shame against them. I completely understand. If something came up, or you don't make enough money, or anything like that, or you just don't care about the game enough to play it, or you want to see a little bit of it before you buy it. These are all valid reasons. There's no shame in that. Someone may have just went and got Splatoon for the Wii U today. Good on them. I'm definitely not.
Kid ain't had enough of the Breaker's barracks.
Alright, so we're gonna show this one off again now that we've made the proper updates to the Breaker's bow. I am definitely one of those kids that went to the flea market just about every other weekend and trading in my old games in order to get the new-ish games. I don't even know what the right thing to say is. I was going and getting games for the DS and Game Boy Advance when they had games for the Xbox 360 and PS3 out. And then, once they got games for the PS4 and Xbox One and the Wii U, that's when I was getting games for the Wii and the GameCube and the 3DS. So, again, I completely understand it. Do what you gotta do. Because I was raised with that mentality, it is very hard for me to justify buying a new game.
I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge. Kid says
for me to validate buying a new game, it has to be very specific. If it's a Nintendo game, there's no good reason to buy it new. And there's no good reason to buy any game new specifically. With Nintendo games, their prices are not going to decrease. Very, very rarely they will have a sale, but you really got to keep your eyes peeled for that. For PlayStation and Xbox, absolutely. Do not get it right now. Give it a year, give it 2 years. The price will very magically decrease. I mean, that's what I'm doing for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection. It's just a bunch of NES, SNES, arcade, and Game Boy games. I'm not going to pay $40 for that. I'd pay $20 for that. I mean, heck, I just paid $18 for 30 rare games for the Xbox One. You know, I'm all about those deals and those bargains. The games will definitely decrease in price. It is very rare when they are going to increase in price. Anyway, back on the matter of Bastion, what we are doing right here is we are using our musket in order to not kill them all, but to push all the targets off. So you really want to get high recoil for the power-ups and upgrades in order to try to get rid of them as fast as possible. Because we're trying to do it as least shots as possible.
The best of the best clear the course in just a few shots.
Yeah, so we got... you may notice that one item is missing. That's because I did this before and completely messed up, so I had to go and change my upgrades. But yeah, we got an upgrade for the musket, an upgrade for something else, and we got a secret skill for the musket. There's a lot of secret skills in this game. You do not need to get them all. The only thing you need to do is to get all the mementos, and I think even then, it's completely optional.
Kid probably could have made himself marshal one day.
But yes, let's go ahead and see what the secret skill is. Okay, so we got something coarse for the musket, because of course we did. And we got the sharp shallow. I wish I could read that. I have no idea what that says. It's too blurry for me. Anyway, while you're all viewing this at 1080p, I'm viewing this at like 144p. That's how the preview window is. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, CP Bears.